Hey, how are you? Welcome to Daz's Random Stuff. Today I'm going to be having a chat about my BMW G310GS. Just going to have a bit of a chat about it, go through some of the stuff that I like, some of the stuff that didn't really suit me, and just have a general chat about it. It's a bloody good bike though. So let's get started. Firstly, I've just whacked a bigger windscreen on it. That standard windscreen's only about that high, and it really is just for looks. So I whacked a bigger, taller windscreen on it, which sort of gets you can get under the wind. When you're doing about 100 Ks, you can get under the wind on it, so that's really cool. It was about 50 bucks on eBay. I whacked a GPS on the bike, so I just mounted that on a little aluminium bracket that I've mounted through under the clamp there. And it's really cool. It's like 70 bucks on eBay. And it's got navigation, it's got everything you want on there, and it sits beautifully there. You can read it. It's really user-friendly as you're on the fly as well. So there you go, show your map. It's just really cool. So it's a great thing. And I think it was about 70 odd dollars on eBay. So just really simple, really easy, and works well. Talking about the bike itself, I've actually put on a quick charger setup, a trickle charger to keep the battery trickle charging. I'll use one of those C-Tech. Really cool system, so it's like a computer operated battery charger. So you just plug that in straight into there, and away you go. And so that gets connected directly to the battery, which is really, really simple. There's Maddie. Hey, Maddie. And very, very simple. So I've also put on to this bike, which is really handy, a dual USB charger, which I got from eBay as well. I think was about 20 odd dollars. So cheap as, and it comes with an inline fuse. So you just run it straight through the frame, connect it directly to the battery once again. Very, very simple and really handy for the GPS unit, and also charging your phone and bits and pieces. So that's something I've done, and it's very, very handy. Talking about the bike, so the pros and the cons. It's a really good bike, really, really user friendly. It's great to ride. The tyres for me are a little bit more road orientated than I would like. I want something a little more aggressive to get me onto the trails. You get onto the grass with these tyres and they're really skatey. So they're sort of more road orientated. So I guess I'll be upgrading those soon with some a little bit more aggressive, something a bit more aggressive like a knobby tyre. Not quite a knobby, but a bit of a dual purpose would be good. The exhaust is just really, really restrictive. So it's one piece exhaust right through there, which is sort of a bit of a nightmare. So you can get these cheaper exhausts for about 160 bucks, I think, on Alibaba, which a two-piece. So you get this first section of pipe, then you'll get your muffler, which is a whole lot bigger. That's about 3/4 of an inch, that hole, which is really tiny. And you're coming off an 1.25 inch exhaust, 1.5 inches nearly, down to a 3/4 inch outlet, which is just really restrictive, and you can actually feel it in the bike, so it'll breathe a whole lot better with the new exhaust. The brake lever, the rear brake lever, is in the most prick of a spot. It's a shocking spot. There's your footrest, the level is like through here, so it's probably 1.5 inches below your foot peg. And with the big boots that I wear, the Alpine Star motocross style boot, it's a nightmare to get to. It's really in. If you can see the line there, like there's your foot peg, and the brake pedal's like right in against the bike. So it's in a really bad position. I mean, you could probably bend it out or raise it up a little bit with a block and come out slightly to make life a bit easier. But a few people I know have got these bikes have the same issue with that brake lever. It's sort of in a weird position. And also this side, the gear lever. The gear lever, I've actually adjusted it fully on this little adjustment section through here, on the ball joints. I adjusted that fully to raise the gear lever up, and it just wasn't anywhere near high enough. So as I say, I wear the big Alpine Star motocross boots, and the angle of my foot was horrendous. It was way down here to try and get under that. And I just couldn't get my boot under it. So what I've had to do, if you see there, I've actually cut a section of that top little metal section out with a 3mm angle grinder cut, and I've bent the actual lever up, and then I've re-welded it so that I could get more adjustment onto the actual lever, which is a bit weird because it just wasn't enough room for me to get my boot under there. And then I've actually readjusted it to the center, so it's in a really good position now. You can see it's nearly level, which is really good. Before it was so low, just couldn't get my boot under there. So something to think about, and it's a really simple and easy fix for you to do. But all in all, it is a fantastic bike. It's got a really nice power curve. If I can get her lit up for you. It's got a really, really nice power curve. I wouldn't say a power band like a two-stroke, but it's got a really nice power curve up around, probably around 5,000 to 6,000 RPM, probably around the 6,000 mark. It'll redline at 10. And when you get to that, it's a real sweet spot. You'll really feel the bike starting to pull, which is really nice for a 310cc. The thing against this bike, when you're doing around 95 to 100 kilometers an hour, the thing is revving way up around that power curve, which is just really nearly screaming at doing 100 Ks. And most of the roads here are 100 Ks. So probably I will be remedying that by sticking a 1 tooth bigger front sprocket on, which will still allow me to use that same chain. Will probably be enough adjustment in the rear wheel just to whack 1 extra tooth on the sprocket on the front one, which will pull the revs back. I don't know by how much. Even 1,000 RPM would be really nice, because it's just screaming at 100 Ks, and you really don't want that. That's not that sort of bike that you want to be just revving its brains off for hours and hours on the 100K roads. So there you go. Just a few things that I like and that I don't like. So hope that sort of helped you out a bit. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be doing lots of these videos and just seeing how we go. So thanks heaps for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you real soon.